So Adam, to bring you in, because a lot of our viewers are wondering about this, they sent in some of their questions on social media about the impact. I want to read some of them and have you weigh in. First one says, I need to start repayments and just consolidated. Do I even start payments?
Yeah, I mean, one of the myths that's circulating around social media right now is that if the Trump administration does away with the Department of Education, student loans or student loan programs just cease to exist. And that's not correct. What would happen as a practical matter is the Office of Federal Student Aid, which administers the federal student loan system, would simply likely be moved to a different department. The likeliest candidate would be the U.S. Department of Treasury. But borrowers' obligations on their student loans don't change, and access to existing programs shouldn't change. There might be disruptions, but borrowers still have to pay their student loans regardless of what happens to the Department of Education.
This might be a little redundant than this question, but I'll ask you anyway. What more do we know about, the structure of the loans and how they will change and who will be in charge of it? I think there's been a lot I've seen, Renee, on social media, people saying, "Oh, we can file suit because this is impacting us. They're seeing our data, and so does this make it moot?" There's all kinds of questions about that.
Yeah, there are, and Adam said it correctly. I mean, these critical functions of Department of Education, there is no indication right now that they would go away and somehow all of a sudden you wouldn't have access to your loans or even like Pell Grants. I know Linda McMahon was asked about that. The other important message that I think for students who are watching this and are very confused by it, and rightfully so, is that if you are in the position right now to fill out the FAFSA application, regardless of the uncertainties, you should still be filling this out because, as Adam said, I mean, those sort of loan programs, there's no sense that they're going away. Most likely they would just be moving to another agency. I think that's the takeaway if you're listening. You should continue to fill out the forms as necessary if this is you and if you're headed to college.
So another person asks, Adam, the Biden-Harris administration waived my student loans in 2023. Will this hold in the Trump administration?
That's a great question. It's a question that I often get. Obviously, no one knows. However, there's general agreement, I think, among most legal experts that clawing back loan forgiveness that has already been granted would be problematic for a host of reasons. We even saw in a current legal challenge involving the Biden administration SAVE plan that the court declined to claw back loan forgiveness that had already been granted under that plan, even while they blocked it for borrowers going forward, because there would be a host of legal and policy complications if they were to bring back someone's balance after it had been forgiven.
Guess what?